Kansas City Chiefs. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Fielded right around the 8. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC.
From the 29, Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. The Chiefs at 13-2 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And taken down just shy of the 40. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the 39, Mahomes.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101, because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back, because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Alexander Johnson finding his way behind the line and quickly to the football.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On third down, Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson from 17 yards out.
And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace and change direction, that's often the end result.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Yellow. Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw.
Hitting Juju on the slant.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
I feel like you and I can be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I'm of a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Yellow, come back! Hey, 57, color.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the 6.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. Touchdown! Tim Patrick, 30 yards.
And the Broncos have moved out in front.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got some space here.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
43! 43! 57! 15! Attack, attack! Hey, 43!
Mahomes now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Yellow, yellow!
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a give up the middle.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
But there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
15, 15!
On first and 10, here's Mahomes.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Super Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Attack, attack! Yellow, yellow! Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday! Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Butker's kick here is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Wilson on first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, Williams.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 after the 41.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Attack, attack! Girls, 15!
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Hey, Ridley.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the sack on first down, Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Six yards left on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
2nd down, here's an option right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. On second and very short, Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second and goal, Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this likely a must-have, third and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they take a knee. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offense is executed at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slip out of guys' hands.